Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Behind the Wire. I have a special guest today. He is a man that went from the streets as a gangbanger to prison to getting himself clean into one of the most successful podcasts on YouTube. I just introduced my guest tonight, chatting with Staxx, Mr. Bill Staxx. Welcome to our, hang on, Bill. Welcome to our show. What happened here? Hang on, Bill. We got to get this background now. There we go.
It's all good, man.
All right.
Hey,
how you doing, Bill?
What's going on?
What's
I'm
happening,
good,
brother?
Man. Thank you so much for
appreciate
having
this,
me
man.
on. I appreciate it.
Oh, man, I could not, me and you've talked a lot in the past, and I'm a big fan of yours and a friend of yours, and I just like what you're doing, and I just want you to, I want to interview you. I want people to know what you're about and all the struggles and trials and tribulations you went through in life, and to get to where you're at today. So my first question would be, how young were you when you started out getting in trouble on the streets?
Well, the first time I ever got in trouble, like a kind of big in trouble, probably around 10 years old. 10. Okay. I used to cause a lot of mischief when I was younger. Stupid things like throwing a match in the dumpster. I did that at school. Big fire. Cops came. I was 10. And they came to the house and they're like, did he light a fire? Well, these people said he did. So I got in trouble for that. And it just progressed. Like I got grounded for that. You're in the house all summer. And my stepfather was kind of abusive. So I didn't want to be home a lot. So I would run off and run the streets and be with older people. And we would be committing crimes. So I'd say around 13, I really got like heavily involved with it. I got my first tattoo when I was 13. I got arrested, like a big arrest, stolen cars and things. And I liked doing it back then. I enjoyed being around my friends. I thought like these people accepted me in. So I figured I'm going to do whatever, I was down for it.
I understand that a lot. Me and you got a lot in common because I was without a father and I was raised in the streets of Chicago, and I was in trouble by the time I was 9 years old, doing all kind of crazy stuff at school. And I actually got sent away to Montefiore, which is a school for bad kids. From the public schools, you got to go there. They bust you over there. So I went through that too. What part of do you mind telling us where you grew up at?
Bristol, Connecticut.
All right, so you a little rough over there in Bristol, little rough patches all over there.
Yeah, some spots. It's not like a total slum. It's not like Rochester, New York. It's not like that. It's totally different. They have different neighborhoods. When I was growing up, it was Lake Ave was a project. There was Union Street. They called it Hilltop. They had different projects, different names. There was DD Posse. That was Davis Drive Posse. There was the LA Posse. There was different crews and different projects. So whatever side of town you really grew up on, that's the side you would be dealing with.
Right, that was your set. That was
but so the people around my side, I didn't like them. I didn't get along with them. I would fight with them all the time in school. Their bigger brothers would be waiting outside the school for me. It would always be bad,
Yeah, I know.
So I started going with the people who were fighting against these people. So it kind of made things a little difficult. Me hanging out with the enemy of who these people are, but they embraced me. So those are the people that I gravitated towards,
Now, did you officially get involved with gangs? Were you officially a gangbanger on the street?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that.
So you hang out with these people. They want to see what you're about. And then they have an initiation for you. It depends on who you are, what day it is. It really all depends. But once you decide, yes, I want to do this, I mean, it's for a while. You're usually with these people for over a year. Like, it's not like they just grab you off the street and say, okay, you're going to be a gang member. It's not like that.
You're a prospect, like in the biker gang or the mafia. You were a prospect, before you.
Yeah, you don't ask them. You don't come up to them and say, I want to be a gang member.
Right.
It's like you guys are all just hanging out, and it gradually just happens. Sure. So my initiation, I used to do all kinds of wild stuff. We'd be always fighting with the opposition. We would be wearing beads back then. Now there was 20 Love. They wear green and black beads. They used to. I mean, they're no longer around.
Right.
They got pretty much dismantled probably around the mid 2000s. But until then, they were a force out here.
Okay.
I mean, Hartford, Connecticut is notorious for 20 Love. And it started as a black prison gang in Connecticut. It's not all like people, when you say that, people think like, oh, you're the only white guy there. That's not the case. I was one of a whole bunch of white guys. There wasn't a ton of them.
Right.
But there was white guys, there was Spanish guys, there was all kinds of different people.
Right.
So now one time we're at this apartment, right? And we're young. I was young. I was like 13 years old.
Right.
I didn't have a car. I didn't have a driver's license. I didn't have my own place. Like I'm just flopping around on the streets with my friends' houses. So there's an apartment, and one of the older gang members had this apartment. Something happened, and the cops ended up arresting him outside of the apartment. Now, this building is where we always used to be at. We used to have meetings there and all this stuff. Now, he gets arrested, and we, like, take over his apartment. We make his apartment our apartment.
Okay.
So we have pit bulls in there. One of them's pregnant. It's having babies in the apartment. We're selling drugs out of there. We're stealing stuff. There's like a room full of stolen stuff, and we're just in there like smoking weed and drinking. It was just, petty things at first.
Right. Were you guys all little jits? I mean, you were all 13 around that age?
Well, yeah, there was a group of us, but there was an older crowd that used to be with us.
Okay.
So they would be the guys that we would look up to. Right. They're the ones that are driving around, and they're showing us exactly like what to do.
Right.
And
they got the cars and the money and all that stuff.
Yeah. They would give us weed. They would give us, I remember one time they gave us a book bag full of weed, a quarter pound.
Okay.
And they gave us a gun, a 22 Ruger. And we're walking around selling the weed, and we go to the railroad tracks. Let's shoot the gun.
Right.
So we're shooting off down at the end of the railroad tracks. It was cool. I remember that night. Yeah. So the night that I got involved, like officially became a member.
Right.
They wanted me to do something to prove that I was gonna be about my business. So there's these two like big muscly guys walking down the street on North Main Street in Bristol, right next to Burger King. And they wanted me to run up and hit one of them. Now I'm scared back then. I didn't know this guy's gonna grab me. He's huge. He's a grown man.
Right.
But he doesn't know what's coming. So it's not like he's gonna protect himself or anything. He has no clue what's going on. So we have this little plan that I'm gonna hit him, and they think it's going to be a fight, but I plan on hitting them and running. I'm not fighting this big ass dude. So I run up. He's with another guy, and I just hit him. They tried to grab me, and I ended up getting away. We go to the apartment where the kid got arrested.
Right.
Now it's like an apartment building, right? A lot of apartments in there. And we would have a lot of our people in that building. Like there was another building right next door that some Latin Kings would be over there.
Right.
We'd be squabbling with them all the time. Now, back then, it was just fights. It wasn't people shooting each other. It wasn't none of that.
Yeah, there was...
it was like you had a problem with someone, you guys would just fight. And then
same, yeah.
When we see you again, it would be the same thing, and it would go over and over.
Right.
So after I hit the guy, we go back to the apartment, and they're like, "Are you sure you want to do this? Is what you want?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is what I want." So I could fight dudes in the apartment inside an empty bedroom.
Right.
It was 2 or 3 people. I don't really remember exact number. I know there was a lot more than people in the apartment when it was going on. And I ended up fighting them in the room. We're fighting. And then after you're done fighting, they count down a clock. And there's reasons behind everything they do. the number of minutes that you're fighting. They explain the rules to you. So right after that was done, right? The fight was done. If you hit the ground, you're no go. You're not joining. So after the fight happens, they're embracing me. We're giving a handshake. So it has its own handshake. They have beads. It's like a whole thing. And I felt like accepted. By this time, I'm accepted. I feel good. I feel good about this. This is what I want to do. And right after, we see a truck. Now, it's a building. There's a store underneath. And there's a store. There's like 3 buildings. And then stores underneath the buildings. And one of them's a liquor store. They're taking the liquor out of the truck, right? And they're bringing it into the store. We run up to the truck. We run in, grab cases of liquor, and we take off. Now that's the first night, so it's like a big celebration. Because it wasn't just me that joined that day. It was a couple other people. And we drank Zambuca. A whole big bottle of Zambuca.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We were drinking. It was like a big party. It was a great time. But the next morning, I wake up. I'm like, you know, it's like the worst ever. It was the worst hangover. It was bad, man. I'm like, I couldn't even move. I opened the window. And I'm throwing up outside. And I just couldn't stop. I'm on the second floor throwing up out the window. And I'm like, I'll never do that again.
Yeah.
But you know how it goes. A little time passes, you do it again, you keep doing the same thing over and over. So by this time, I had no ambition to do anything with my life. This is what I wanted to do. Like, there was no get a job. There was no do this and that. I wanted to do this. Now, I would go to school periodically. I would, sit through the classes. I really wanted to do work. I would just go to school to socialize with people. And back then, there was a kid named Danny. Rest in peace to Danny. He was a young kid. I used to sell drugs to him back then. And, fake drugs. Hit him with some fake acid. I would, rip pieces of paper, make it look like sheets of acid.
He was a mark. So he was your mark.
Always. Always. And he had money. And his parents had money. So one day, he tells me, hey, my parents have a gun. And I was like, I want to buy it. First thing, I want to buy it. So he's like, meet me at school and I'll meet you at school and we'll go get it. I'm like, all right. So I meet him at school. I take his bus home, go to his house, and he shows me the gun. It's like a 32 semi-automatic. It's got like a cowboy with a hat on, like, the cow.
Yeah, I know which one.
Like the horse is like reared up with the cowboy hat on the pistol.
Right.
And I'm like, I want it. I was obsessed with weapons back then, especially guns. And I'm like, I want it. So I got the money somehow. I think I borrowed it from somebody, and I bought it off him. Now, when I bought it off him, there was these other gang members in the gang, and they were older than me, a lot older.
Right.
One of them's in prison for life. I hope he rots in hell, that piece of shit.
Really?
Another one's dead. But this kid, the one that's in prison now, he's a scumbag. Yeah, I don't even want to say what he did. It was so horrible. So I get the gun. I go to this apartment, right? I have some money on me. I have the gun on me. Now, he's like an older person in the gang, so he's supposed to be like mentoring you.
Right.
But he had other plans. Like, he wanted to rob me. He wanted to take the gun from me.
All right.
He's like, oh, he's a little kid. I'll just take the gun and there'll be no problem, right? Nah, man. I'm not that easy to like sucker into some shit.
Right.
So
you're gonna fight for what's yours, definitely. No doubt about it.
I don't care. I don't care. You're gonna mop the
I'm the same
floor
way.
with me. I'm still gonna come
Exactly.
at you.
Exactly.
So he asked me, "Oh, you need weed?" Because I was looking to buy an ounce of weed because we
Right.
sold the other weed. I wanted to buy an ounce and flip it, and he's seen the gun. So I'm in the front hallway, and I'm like counting the money, and he just like lunged at me, right? He like I had the money in my hand, and he like tried to grab it, but
Right.
I like grabbed all the money and I pushed it in my pocket. He tries to grab the gun out of my other pocket.
Right.
He's like trying to get in my pockets. I'm in a hallway, and it's like you go upstairs, and the door's right there. There's like a little landing.
Right.
So I'm in the front hallway, and that's where this is happening. Now, these are all my brothers in this apartment.
Sure.
I'm supposed to be in this gang, right?
Exactly.
And this is one of the members. I'm in the front counting the money. Boom! He like pounces on me. He's trying to get the gun, and we're struggling in the front hallway. And he didn't get the gun. He didn't get the money, but he was trying.
Right.
He was trying to hit me and things. And I don't know what happened. The door opens, and he goes in, and I just take off down the stairs. He goes in the door, I take off down the stairs, and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Damn.
I didn't like. So there's people that are from another city, Hartford. They're like where this originated from. A lot of them are from there, New Britain. A lot of them, they have different sets all over the different towns. So this guy was from Hartford. He's a piece of shit. He's in prison for the rest of his life now. He deserves being in there.
Yeah.
He killed somebody. Really grimy shit. Killed his own niece.
What?
Yeah. Arthur.
Oh shit.
Arthur. Yeah. New Britain, Connecticut. He knows
for any reason? Was like she gonna snitch on him for something? Or
no, he's on drugs, man. It was a kid.
Wow, man. That's wild, dude. Hey, someone's asking a question, Bill. They want to know how many tattoos you got.
106.
106. I hope that answered the question. That's a lot, dude. I only got 18. I got 18. You got 106. Wow.
I got a lot. I got them all over. My whole body's covered.
How many prison tats you got?
I never got any in prison.
None.
All my shitty tattoos are done on the streets.
Really?
Yeah.
All my work has been done. All my work except for this was done just professionally. But all this stuff this is pick and poke in jail.
Pick and poke. Yeah.
Everything, man. So guy did some nice artwork. I got
90 of them. I did 93. What was my first one? 1993.
Okay.
And I do tattoos. I still have all my equipment. And all that stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now I'm 58. You're in your 40s now.
45.
45. So yeah, a little bit younger. So yeah, I come see when you were talking about how the street gangs used to just fight. My era was the same way. We had the different sets in the different neighborhoods, but if another gang was walking through your neighborhood, back then they wore the gang sweaters. So you drape your gang sweater over your here. If you're gonna walk through another territory, that means you come in peace. If you came out with your sweater and your belt, you were coming for trouble. You know what I'm saying? So
that's like the beads. The beads. If you walked around a perfect story for you. I got a good one for you. Ready?
Right, cool.
So there was a Latin King. The Latin Kings were rival enemies with the gang I was in.
Right.
We used to fight all the time. All the time. It would always be a fight here, a fight there.
Right.
But we weren't shooting each other. It wasn't like that back then. Eventually, it became to a point where they did start shooting at each other. And I could show you all that stuff. But so I'm wearing my beads. One time, I go to this place to get weed in a building, right?
Right.
I go up to the door and knock on the door. Now I know one of the people in here. I don't have a problem with him. He's a neutral party. He opens the door. What's going on, man? I got my beads out. Now they're green and black beads on just those beads.
Right.
So I walk into the house. We're in the room, giving him the money. I get the weed. We go to walk out the door. There's a crowd of Latin Kings in the building.
Oh,
and I'm like, and I'm in the bedroom. Like I'm stuck in the house.
You're trapped.
So I'm like, damn, I'm fucked. Now they see me and they see the beads.
Right.
And they're like, get him, throw him off the porch. They're like, throw him off the porch. And it's like 3 stories in the air.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, how the fuck am I going to get out of this one? Now, one of the guys is telling me, tuck in your beads. Now, if you tuck in your beads, it means they punked you.
Right.
You know, like you don't tuck your beads in. You always walk with your head held high and you do whatever it is you're doing.
That's right.
So I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. And one of my friends, he knows who he is. I come on here and do shows with him and things, but he knows who he is. He saved my ass, man.
Oh, that's good, man. Good homeboy. That's it.
Jose, shout out to Jose. He came in between us all. And he's like, yo, listen, this is a good dude. And he like vouched for me. And they let me walk out. Yeah. It was like, and I ended up putting him away out of a sign of respect, you know?
That's good, man. That's a good story. So, we got so much in common, man. I mean, you grew up in Bristol, I grew up in Chicago, but I mean, a lot of the same similarities, man. Just a different era. So now, what age were you when you went to prison when they put you away?
So I got in trouble for a stolen car. I went to jail for about 30 days or something like that. Then they shipped me off to New Hampshire with my grandmother for a few months. Stayed up there for a few months. She could not tolerate me. They brought me back. I started doing the same thing. And so the first major time, I mean, that stolen car one was kind of major for me. I was a young kid. I walk in there, I'm thinking I have arrived. Like I knew prison was in my future. I expected it. I was a little nervous, but I wasn't like terrified. I was just like, it is what it is.
That's it.
And they put me in the adult part when I first went in. I don't know if they messed up, but they put me in an adult dorm. And they're all like, what are you doing in here?
Right. How old were you? About 15, 16?
About 14, 15, 14. Around that time. But you had to be 18 to be in this adult part. So I get arrested again for another stolen car, and they put me in it's called the YO block in Hartford Correctional. Right. So you go in there, you wear, I think it's a white jumpsuit. Everyone else has tans on, and you have a white jumpsuit. So you stand out. Everyone knows you're a youth.
That's right.
Youthful offender block. So I walk up in there, and by this time, I'm still with these gang members. Like I'm still a part of it. We're still tight. Everything's good.
Right.
I walk in there, and I'm nervous, man. These kids don't look like kids. They look like grown men.
Right.
And they look mean, you know.
Yeah, they're jacked up. They're pumping weights. They're doing everything, man.
Yeah, and this is a county jail. It's real dirty in there.
Right.
And it's the cell block. It's I believe it was C3. Okay. So you walk up these little stairs with your bag. You walk up these stairs, and then you go through this. You go through a locked door, and then there's 3 wings. One goes straight ahead. One goes to the left. One goes to the right. Right. So it's A, B, C.
C, right.
And and it depends on what floor you're on. That's what it is. C3, C2, C whatever. And so I was in C3, and I walk in. I'm just like, damn, man, this looks crazy. And I remember the first time I walk in, and there's a kid doing push-ups, and another guy with his foot on his back.
Yeah. You see that a lot.
Guy got his foot on his back.
Right.
No, he's like making him do push-ups with his foot on his back.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
pressure. Build them up faster.
No, I think they were doing it to be dicks. Like,
oh, really?
Go ahead, do a push-up. And they're just keeping their foot on his back. And he's like trying to do a push-up, and they're just got his foot on his back. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm sitting in the cell, and so they let you go in. Like, say they bring you in during rec. Everyone's in the rec room. You get to go in. You go in your cell. And so they lock the door, and they're like all yelling shit, you know. Who is that? Where you from? This and that.
Right away. They got to know where your
they want to know
what you're in for, all that shit.
So then they pop you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And this place is so tight. It's like you feel like you're being crushed in there.
Right.
You feel like you're being suffocated. and it was just crazy, man. I remember sitting in that little rec room, and they have the mesh window. You could see out. You could see the cars driving by. I was just like, damn, what the fuck? This is my life. They weren't messing with me too much when I was there. There wasn't a lot of my gang in there, a lot of Los Solitos, but they were cousins to the gang that I was in.
You were protected either way.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about it. So that one was uneventful. They make you go to school. Yeah, I remember that. They force you. Right. Yeah, they force you to go to school. It's not like just like how they make you get a job when you go to jail. They make you go to school.
They tried with me. I said I'm on disability on the outside. I don't work.
Oh, and they still tried to make you work?
Yeah, they tried to make work, but I got a 9-month sentence. But I already did 6 months of my time waiting to get shipped during the pandemic in the county jail. So I only had to do 88 days when I got the prison. And he goes,
"Oh,
when
so you just went? You just went?
I just got out last June 2022. Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. What were you in prison for?
White collar, man. I made a false statement to a federal agent in my wife's case. So she got 30 months. My wife. So.
Oh man.
Yeah.
There was a guy and a girl I know. They portrayed to be everything normal, right?
Right.
Their life to be normal. They were really drug dealers on the low.
Right.
They were selling major amounts of drugs, and they had this type of Ponzi scheme where they were getting so much money. It was like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they got caught, and they just got sentenced to 9 years in prison, both of them.
Federal,
yeah.
Yeah.
So after I get out of that time, right, they let me out, and I still don't want to change. I'm doing the same thing. I'm running the streets. Next thing you know, I buy a gun. I buy a sawed-off shotgun. Oh. Well, I buy a shotgun, and I saw it off. I saw the barrel. I saw the stock. It was a single gauge, single action, 10 gauge. And I took the serial numbers off, all that shit.
True, you were going for the big bust if you got busted on that one.
I did. I got busted on that one.
Wow, man. Woo.
So what happens is I'm 17 years old. I think I'm around 16, 17 at this time. So a friend calls me up and says, "Yo, you want to come over?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I bring the gun with me, right? And he's like, "Yo, there's a guy, and this is in a project. Right. There's a guy over there that owes me money for some weed. I mean, I don't really know. The whole plan was to get some money, get some weed, but I'm like, all right." He's like, "Let me hold the gun. You know how people are. Let me hold the gun. And I'm like, "Listen, if I give you the gun, you're gonna take responsibility for it if we get caught.
Right.
That's it." And he agreed. Okay. I'm like, all right. And I'm trusting this shit, right? Yeah. So I give it to him. It's like this big, small.
Yeah.
And I have the bullets, but he has the gun.
Right.
So we both had camouflage on, mask, gloves. We walk around the project. We get to the front door, right? We walk into the front door. Boom, boom, boom. Knock on the door. And some lady comes to the door, and she sees the gun poking out of his pocket. You can see like the handle of the gun. It's kind of looks like a pistol grip, but it's just a sawed off stock. Right. It's just like but she's seen it. She starts screaming, right? And she's trying to push the door shut. When I seen that, my reaction was to try to push the door open. We're trying to get in. We're not trying to leave. So I'm trying to push the door open. She's trying to push the door shut. And I don't know. She must have had people inside there with her or something. They got the door shut. And I look at him, and he's like not knowing what to do. And I'm like, "Let's go." So we turn around. We go out when you walk into this hallway, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 doors. So there's like, 4 different apartments in there.
Right.
So we walk out the front, and there's cops all outside.
Oh, shit.
Cop cars. And I'm just like I was shocked. I was like, how the fuck did they get here so fast? Maybe they were in the neighborhood. I don't know.
Right.
But somebody called, and we were in that hallway for a while. It was like a struggle going on. you know,
Right.
and we weren't paying attention to the outside because it's like a whole nother door.
Right.
So we go outside and the cops are like, don't move, freeze.
Right.
And I'm like, man, fuck you. And I run.
Right.
This dude runs. He's like right in back of me. So we're running, and there was a moped. I tried to grab the moped and take it, but it wasn't working. I dumped it and I just kept running. We're running. It's like a dream, you know, when you're running and you look back and you see the cops trying to grab you, and it's like slow motion.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm trying to get away, and I'm like, so we're running around this building. Seems like forever, and it's only like a short distance. We run to the building. We get to the top of the stairs, and I like, boom, 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 all the way down to my ass.
Right.
He's in front of me, right? And I get up. I go in the door. I shut the door. I go in the middle of the room, and I start shoving the shotgun shells in the couch.
Right.
He took the shotgun and threw it in back of the door. When I came down the stairs, he threw the gun in back of the door. We shut the door. I'm stuffing the shells in the couch. Boom! The door flies open. There's cops with their guns pointed at us. And I'm just like this, and the shells are dropping out of my hands. So I got charged with that. I got charged with possession of a sawed-off shotgun, possession with the stock and barrel, and all that shit. I got home invasion. And this was a long time ago. This was 96, 97.
Right.
So I got charged with all kinds of shit. And my bond was $10,000.
Right.
If it was now, it'd be like $1 million.
Yeah.
You know,
home invasion is a tough one today.
So something happened in Connecticut called the Cheshire home invasion. And that home invasion changed everything in Connecticut. Changed the laws. It changed everything. So them two people were out on parole, and they stalked a lady, followed her home. Yeah. She was with her 2 daughters. They held them hostage. They beat the dad with a bat. He escaped, and they killed the women. They burned the house down, and they both got caught. They were both on parole. And so now if you get arrested for home invasion, they associate you with that type of shit. Right. So now you're done. You're gonna go to.
You could almost get life. I'm assuming with
out here, you're gonna be gone for a long time.
Yeah.
So I got lucky. This was way before that happened.
Right. And
my bond was $10,000. So I have to go into prison. Right. I go into jail, and I'm thinking this is not a big deal. Right. I'm thinking. Right. But I'm a kid. I don't know nothing, man.
Right.
And I'm trying to act all tough and shit. And I'm still involved with the gang.
Right.
They asked me, now when I went in this time, they put me in the grown-up part again. It was weird. Like, I don't know if they were doing it on purpose. I don't know.
Now you're in actual prison, but before was county jail, right?
This is county jail again.
No, county jail, okay.
Yeah, I didn't make it to prison yet, but I do.
Yeah.
So when you're a kid out here in Connecticut and you get in trouble, you go to MYI. It's called Manson Youth Institution.
Okay.
So the first time I got arrested with the stolen car, I think it was about 3 times I got arrested in between all this. Right. So I was catching cases. Boom, boom, boom. But I wasn't stopping what I was doing. So I get arrested for the gun. They put me in the dorm 4. My level is a level 4. It's a high level. And they keep me there for 30 days. And then I go to court and I get bonded out. Shout out to my mom. She bonded me out on that one. Ooh. And my mom's always been like my rock. She used to work at UConn Health Center. She would always be there for me. And that's one of the reasons, major reason, why I changed my life and I do the right thing. It's to show my mom that all that stuff wasn't in vain. She wasn't just helping me for nothing. I really, I took full responsibility for everything I've done, and I change. I try to help change. So people are telling me you don't want to go to NYI. They're going to fuck you up in there. You're a white boy, blah, blah, blah. And I keep hearing that over and over. It's gladiator school. They don't play. I'm like, fuck, man. I hope I don't go there. And then, boom, they bond me out. So I get out. First thing I do, the night I get bonded out, right?
Yeah.
I go out and steal a car.
Oh, man.
Same night. I get bonded out during the day. Nighttime comes, I steal a car. I didn't get arrested for that one, but it was just stupid. Like,
right.
Doing the same things over and over.
Right.
This is a good story. I've told this before. Maybe you didn't hear it. Maybe you did.
Yeah, I some of the stuff that you're telling, when I watch your show, I hear it. But yeah, keep going on, man. I wanna.
So this one is a funny story. So they bond me out right before Christmas time, right? And I get these boots. They're called trucks.
Okay.
They're like snow boots.
All right, yeah.
So I'm wearing these boots, and my boys are like, yo, let's go stealing cars. Now I'm out on bond for all of these cases.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, let's go. So I'm in the back seat. We're rolling around this neighborhood, and this girl gave me a car key to steal a car.
Okay.
And I'm like, let's go get that one. It's like it was like a little turbo, 2-door car. I forgot the name of it. It'll come to me, the name. But it was like a little sports car. And I'm like, let's go get that one. I got the key, blah, blah, blah. The girl gave it to me at school. I forgot what I gave to her in exchange for the key, but she gave it to me. So we get to the car, right? I have my friends parked down the street. Me and my one friend run up to the car. I use the key. I open it up. I let him in. He jumps in. And it has the club. The club is on the car. She didn't give me the club key, man.
Oh, man.
So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, how the fuck do I get this off? And I saw on TV that if you pull the club, it'll pop off.
Right.
So I'm like trying to yank the club, right? Boop. It pops off. But an alarm goes off at the same time.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, shit. I look over. There's a guy coming out of the house. Runs up to the car. Boom, 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 boom. He's on the window. I'm like, I'm in the car. I'm locking the door. My friend's locking the door. We're like, oh, shit. This guy's big. He's pissed. He wants his shit.
Yeah, you know that's
He's pounding on the window. He's running back and forth trying to get in the car. He has the key, but I got the key too.
Right.
And I'm locking the door every time he's open. I'm locking it. He's open. I'm locking it. Now he's trying to get at us so much. He didn't call the cops.
Right.
He's trying to get us out of the car.
Right.
So he runs over to my friend's side, and I'm thinking in my head, fuck it. This is my opportunity. So I open the door and I bolt. I run around the car and start running for my friend's car. Now they have the car running and they're sitting there. There's like 3 people in that car.
Right.
And I start running. I look back. My friend's in back of me. It's like a dream, like that other time. I must be a slow runner.
Yeah.
So for some reason, like he went like this. My friend went like this, and the guy started chasing the guy.
Right.
The guy started chasing my friend. Right. So I'm running this way, and then the guy like changes his mind, starts chasing me. My friend makes it to the car first. He jumps in. They're all in the back seat, like, come on. And I'm running like, I'm trying. So they have the back door open. I like dive, right? I dive right into the back seat. But the guy is like right on me. Oh, he's like when I dive in the back seat, I turn over on my back and the guy's coming up and he's grabbing at me and I'm kicking at him with my feet, right?
Right.
And he grabs my foot and I'm like, go. But they think I'm saying, yo, like don't leave. And I'm telling them to go.
Go, right.
So he takes off. And the guy's just standing there, and I look in the rear view mirror, and he's standing in the middle of the road with my boot in his hand.
That's fucking crazy. Ooh, that was a close call.
Yeah, and so we're driving. I end up throwing the other boot off a bridge. Now I gotta explain why I don't have boots. I
Boots.
just got these boots. They're brand
Oh,
new.
shit, man.
So then it comes down to, all right, I go to court and I'm trying to get this case all settled up, right?
Right.
So the deal is you're gonna get 18 months for the gun, for the home invasion. You're gonna get 6 months for the stolen car. We're gonna put it all together, 2 years.
Concurrent.
Boom.
They ran a concurrent.
Consecutive, one after another.
Oh,
You got to do one, do the
you
other.
ran a consecutive. So you did the 18 months plus the 6 months. Okay.
Plus the 6 months, yeah. So, boom, and I go in. Now they bring me to Hartford to the youth block again, same little place that I've been before, but this time they're like, "You're going to NYI," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like I'm nervous. People are all telling me stories about it. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna do this and that. And I'm scared, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm nervous.
Of course.
But I forgot the biggest part. This is the biggest part of the story. Before I couldn't get convicted and plead guilty and go, the president of the gang I'm in, he suspects that I'm sleeping with his girlfriend.
Oh no! Now you're gonna get some problems inside now.
So listen, it gets good, man. So I'm at. I honestly didn't sleep with his girlfriend. It didn't happen.
Who said that? Someone put that in his head?
Just people in that didn't like me. I don't know. I don't know how the rumors started. It just started.
You know, people want to get people killed. They think by telling a lie on somebody, they don't realize you're gonna get that motherfucker killed when he goes inside, man. Just by that little bullshit lie that they tell him, man.
Yeah, but this is in the street. This is in the street, man. I'm out in the street, out on bond for that case. So they call me up and they say, "Yo, you want to go meet some girls at the park?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's go." So I jump in the car. We're all playing music, smoking weed. There's a bunch of us in there. It's like 8 dudes. We pull up, get out of the car. We start walking up this trail. It's like a road that has those big blocks that they put in the road so you can't drive any farther.
Right.
It's one of those. And we walk around the block, and we just keep going up this road.
Right.
Yo, these girls are up here. We're gonna meet them and this and that. Blah blah blah. I'm like, all right. I'm not thinking
to a dead area, man, where no one can find you.
I'm not thinking anything, man. I had no clue.
Yeah.
So I'm walking. One of them turns around and hits me. Bam! My nose explodes, blood everywhere. And I'm just like, what the fuck? So I put my hands up and I try to fight, but there's so many of them, like I just can't. I can't fight all these people. And they're beating the dog shit out of me, man. They got me on the ground. They're kicking me in the face, the stomach, the back. They're stomping on me. One dude picking up my leg. The other guy's jumping on it, trying to break my leg the other way. It was bad. They hyperextended my knee.
Wow.
They fucked me up pretty bad.
Right.
And I don't know how long it went on for, but they were fucking me up. And a lot of these people were some of the bigger ups from Hartford. They were big guys. Like these weren't kids. These were grown men.
Right.
And they beat the dog shit out of me, man. And I remember when they were done, they took my shoe off, smashed it right in my face, and then they left.
They just left you up there, whether you were going to die or not. They didn't know.
No, they left me all bloody, and so I just got up and I walked home. I didn't call the cops. I didn't call an ambulance.
You didn't go to the hospital at all?
No.
Wow.
I just walked home.
You had broken nose, obviously. Any other broken bones?
I had a broken orbital socket. Hyperextended my knee. Broke my ribs. They fucked me. I was fucked up. When I got home, my mother opened the door. She was like that. She didn't even know it was me.
Right.
It was so bad.
Wow.
You know, cuts over my face.
Sure.
It was that purple. My face was purple. My ear was swollen purple. It was crazy, man. Yeah. And like it really, that turning point in it really hurt me, man, that I put so much into this and I loved these dudes so much. Like these
now they betrayed you.
Yeah. And it's like, what the fuck? Now, is that a reason to go do anything? Like, you know, is that a reason to go cooperate or do this and that? No, it's not.
Right.
That doesn't make it right to go do anything. If you stand by an oath and this is what you want to do,
Right.
you take that shit and you own it. And that's
Right.
it. That's one of the major reasons why I come at these people.
Right.
They are not reformed, man. They're not.
Right. Right.
Because I am, and I could tell that they are not. I mean,
Right.
it's irrelevant whether they're reformed or not. I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Right.
You know?
Well, the people that and we'll get to that a little bit later on, but the people that you go after in your show, they are fugazis. They aren't the real deal. They pump themselves up to be, but none of their stories check out. You know, especially Gene. He's got to be the biggest of them all as far as a fake. I mean, he just.
And listen, he could tell his original story. He doesn't have to go on this tangent of all this fake bullshit.
Right.
You know? Yo, I need 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
1 second.
Yeah, go ahead. Right.
Hold on.
Well, he'll be right back, folks. Hope you're enjoying the interview. This is Bill Staxx with Chatting with Staxx.
Don't mind the lips.
He's got a great podcast. He interviews a lot of former mobsters. He's done a lot of movie stars that played gangsters. He's got a really successful podcast. We got to be good friends, and he's done some of the big boys. He's remarkable, man. His recovery. So we're gonna finish this interview, and he's got a lot to tell, and enjoy it. And then after we're done with this show, I'll be starting back up to Snipe Stutter and John, and we'll have some fun in the Dabbleverse. This is my prison podcast interview show that's very dear to me, and we're getting that started back up in full now. So this could be a good interview. So, but after this, we'll finish with Mr. Staxx. So we'll put up for the next show, which will be Sniping Stutter and John. Might be a little late sniping him, but we'll get there. I think he comes on at 2:00 or 2:30. Well, how's everybody doing today in the chat room? Everybody's kind of quiet today, huh? Just enjoying it, or you guys just all hanging out? Hello, Clay Dabbler, American Cupcakes here, Mason Portland. Hello, guys. Welcome, all my people that always support us. Electric Head Gino, MR2, Doodle, Mr. Big Shot. I think Mr. Big Shot was in here, wasn't he? Did I see him in here a second ago? Thought I did. Yeah, there he is. There is Mr. Big Shot. All right, what's happening, people? You guys are doing good today? What's happening in the Dabbleverse this morning? Anything I missed, or anything anybody wants to share? All right. So we're just waiting on Mr. Stack. There he is.
All right, bam. My bad.
Now you're good, bro. You're good. I was just talking to some of the people that are regulars in my chat room. Yeah, I'm in a whole different area. I don't know. I know you've come on some of my lives and you've been in my chat, but I'm in what they call the Dabbleverse part of the YouTube, which is all comedians, and it's a whole different area of what you guys are doing. But I got my prison interview podcast that I do. I do a baseball thing for my baseball, working in baseball, and then I got the Dabbleverse, which is my variety show, which we get into the guts. I don't know. You probably see me. We get crazy. We were around people like Stutter and John from the Stern days, and
yeah.
So we have some fun here. But this is what's really important to me. This type of podcast where I get to interview people that've been through life, and that can tell real your life stories and try to help people that are going down this path. So now you're now, after you get beat up and you get home, obviously now you're done with these guys. In your head, you're like, these guys betray me, but now you got to go to jail. You got to go to prison now, and now you're a target again.
Listen, and the people I went to school with, I have all these enemies. I got all these enemies, and I made a lot of enemies when I was young. Like I went full force. I didn't give a shit. Right. I was about it. So I made a lot of enemies, and I had to go deal with it when I went to prison. Sure. And honestly, I was worried about it, man. I'm like, how is this gonna work? Like,
you're a target now, man. You got a big target on your back now.
So I figured I'm gonna go in there. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, and I just gotta. If I fight, I gotta go all the way with it, and
Gotta stand
I'm
tall,
not.
man. That's all you
I
gotta do.
can't let nobody punk me down,
No.
and it's weird, man. It's when you're walking in there and people are screaming and saying what they're gonna do to you. It's a lot of the bullshit like on here, right? Like the trolls, how they like to run their mouth and all this shit.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna do nothing. When the door pops, they don't do shit. It's
You
a
ain't
bunch
lying.
of rah-rah bullshit, man.
Let me
If
tell you
people
something.
threaten you online, they're not gonna do nothing, man.
Hey, bro, they've doxed me. They've talked about my dead child, my daughter that's in prison. They tell you they're gonna dig my dead daughter up, and they're gonna read. You know, they call my wife a whore every day. I mean, I've been through the mill with these trolls, man. But you know what?
I've been called worse by better, bro.
I hear you, bro.
You know,
I'm still standing. That's what I tell them every day. I'm still here. You can't take me out unless I want to go out. You know what I'm saying?
nah,
The way it is,
nah.
you know.
Some people say that I'm turning into a troll channel and attack channel.
No, man,
That's
no.
not the case. Not
Man.
at all. They
I've
got
seen
it
so many great
misconstrued.
interviews you've done, man. And I mean, Ori, or what's his last name? Ori
Spado. Ori
Oh,
Spado. Shout out to Ori Spado, the accidental gangster. Go check his book out.
yeah, I'm gonna. And I know he was good friends with Michael, wasn't he? At one time,
Sonny, not Michael. His
he was
father.
Sonny, it's Michael's
He was
father.
friends
That's
with
right.
Michael. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
his
right.
father. Yeah.
But I guess him and Michael had some words, but they patched it up. I think over the last couple of years.
Yeah,
But he's a great interview, man. When you have him on, it's awesome, man. And then you've had a couple big stars that played mob guys. I know you had Pussy from The Sopranos. You've had
Shout out to Vincent Pastore.
Vincent Pastore,
Yeah,
man.
he's
Yeah,
at his birthday party, man. I still got some behind the scenes footage I'm gonna put up from that.
That's awesome. That's cool. So, what did you do about 20 months out of the 24?
About 21, about 21 months.
You came out, you were no parole or nothing?
No. So listen, it gets good, man. It gets good. Right. So when I'm in prison, I start off at Little Cheshire, right? They put me in YO block in the county, and then from there they bring you to Little Cheshire, and they're like cottages. So I end up getting parole, but not from there. So it's a crazy story. So I walk into Little Cheshire. I walk into D Cottage. Now that's like it's like where you get processed type thing. You got to be there for a certain amount of time, and then they put you off into these other cottages. So I walk in, and they're yelling, "We're gonna kill you. We're gonna do this and that. We're gonna kill the white boy in 6 cell." And I'm like, I'm the white boy in 6 cell. I'm like, I'm in 6 cell. My cellie's black, so I guess they're talking about me. Right. So you know how you've been to prison, right? You get a little pencil, you get a spork, start sharpening it, whatever you can.
Anything you can to make a shank, brother. You're gonna be making it quick. Toothbrush. So that's what we do to toothbrushes. You know, they give you those little toothbrushes. You file them down, and you got a little stabber, man. You just keep that right through.
Yeah, or you melt a razor blade on top of the toothbrush.
Exactly, exactly, man. So
now I was all about it. Once these guys started threatening me through the vents and things, I'm like, that's it. Like once I get out, I gotta be like, I just knew that you have to go crazy. You can't.
You got to know that they're gonna kill you. That's what you got to put in your head. They're gonna kill me. That's what I got to fight to.
I honestly thought they were gonna. I thought they were gonna. I did not know how things worked. I didn't know about the cell gangster shit.
Right.
So I honestly felt like they were gonna kill me. The threat sounded real that night, you know? So when the door pops open, I'm like ready, right? I'm ready. 6 a.m. No one's coming up against me. Right. I'm like, what the fuck? Everyone's going to get their trays. I'm like, what's all that shit? You're talking all that shit all night long. Where you at? Nothing. I grab my tray. I sit down. Big black dude comes up to me.
Smashes your tray with you?
No, he's like, get up.
Oh, you're in the spot.
I'm like, I'm not getting up.
He's trying.
He walks away. That day, he walks away. So I know not to get up because once you show a sign of weakness, they're going to take advantage of every possible way.
Absolutely.
Tells me to get up. I tell him no. Now the people at the table are like, he's gonna fuck you up. You're not supposed to be
Okay.
at this table. This is a New Haven table, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to like learn the ropes. Like, where do I sit? What do I do? I'm
Right.
from Bristol. I'm not from New Haven. I'm not
Right,
from
right.
Hartford. So there ain't no table for me.
Right.
So it's like, where do I go?
Right.
So I didn't get up. The next day comes, I get my tray and I sit down. Same place.
Right.
Same guy comes up to me and says, get up. And I'm like, I'm not getting up. And I turn my back on him.
Oh,
And he fucking hit me with the tray.
of course.
We start fighting. Fights break out. And now in the cottage, when you walk into the cottage, it's like a glass, like
Right.
glass wall.
Right.
Like, you know, it's squares about this
Right.
big. And it goes all the way to the ceiling.
Right.
And it goes all the way like this. Like there's 3 different tiers.
Right.
Just like in county, but it's like a little more wide open.
Right.
The guard stays inside the bubble,
Right.
inside
The control tower.
the
bubble.
middle, the control. Yeah. So there's no guards in there with you.
Right.
You're eating, you're doing taking showers, everything by yourself with
Right.
all these prisoners. There's no
Right.
you have no physical contact with guards at all.
Same way it was with us.
Yeah, they don't come in there and talk to you. It's
No.
not like that.
And if they don't like you and you're getting your ass beat, they'll stay gone just to let you get your ass beat.
They will. They'll open the doors and push you in to his place.
You will do that.
Yeah, they've done it to me.
Yep. I know the drill, man. You had to keep peace with yourself and be able to stand up for yourself. But if you're pissed, you got to keep the guards without being a pussy and a punk, you know, and give them a respect. But if you piss them off, they're going to just get another gangbanger to try to whip on you. And they're not going to get one person. They're going to get 7 or 8 guys to whip your ass, man. That's what they do.
So I had a problem with a guard, too, in this prison. I tattooed him after all this situation.
Right.
Shout out to you, man. You know who you are. I don't want to say his name just in case. So his wife passed away. I ended up tattooing his wife's name over his chest.
Cool.
So this guard, right? I had a girlfriend when I was younger, and her parents used to all hang out with these older people, and they used to sniff coke. And I was a young kid. I was just there. Yeah, I wasn't involved.
Right.
But I would watch them do whatever they were doing, right? So when I get to prison, this cop asked me, you know anyone from Bristol, since you're from Bristol? And I said, yeah, I know this person. He's a cokehead. And he goes, oh, yeah? He goes, look at my name tag. It's his brother.
Oh, shit.
It's his brother.
Holy shit.
I'm like, fuck.
Oh, man, you got fucked all the way around, man.
He's like, he said something, man. He said something while these guys were on rec.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, well, he fucked it up for all of you. No TV. He did some shit like that. I forgot exactly what it was.
Right.
And then he was holding my mail. He was like being such
They do a lot of stupid shit. They'll do that.
I've seen him open people's cell doors. And this one guy, he shot somebody and he killed somebody, and their family members were in the prison.
Okay.
And they
put him in the same place to get
They came to the cell block, and the cop opened the door for them to go beat him.
Yeah. They're bribable too. They take money.
They'll take money in a heartbeat. They only make $15 an hour. Of course, they're going to take money.
They'll bring in anything you want for the right money.
It doesn't matter. But a lot of times, this little kid jail, they call it JIT jail or whatever.
Yeah,
MY,
Gladiator
school. Yeah. I don't think it's really like that in there. Like, I don't think the guards are really. I don't know. I could be wrong. It could have changed since then. But
I would say you got it. I bet you at least 30% of the guards are corrupt in any prison. At least 30%.
There was a guard bringing us pizza.
Yeah, that's contraband. He's bringing you contraband.
Yeah, no, it was a woman guard. She used to bring me and my cellie pizza all the time.
Was she flirting with you guys?
A little bit. It wasn't nothing crazy.
That goes on a lot too with the female guards. So
they could have been smashing it. Who knows?
Someone was smashing it. I guarantee you.
Probably.
That's usually what happens with the female guard. A lot of female guards got pregnant, from inmates. It happens a lot.
Yeah,
a lot. So
I'm sure a lot of male guards probably get female inmates pregnant too, right?
You know, I got a good female. Before the camp I went to in Coleman Federal Camp used to be a female prison, and they closed it down because 5 or 6 girls made a class action lawsuit against the BOP, the prison Bureau of Prisons, because they got pregnant and they claimed rape and pregnant by the guards.
Wow.
So they did a full investigation. They wind up settling, paying the 5 girls like $13.5 million. They got out of prison, and one of the guards was married, and they all got arrested. Now he's got to tell his wife. He came on a Sunday. They were telling us, the guard in the parking lot to report for work in all dressed blues, and in his car blew his brains out because he didn't want to go to prison. Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah. Then they shut it down and they opened back up to a male. But the women in there were ratchet, man. The guards that we had were telling us, dorm 3, that was where the hoes were. They'd go in there at night and fucking pick the girls out and pimp them out, and they would just do anything for a cigarette. They would give blowjobs to fucking 10 guys. They were just running trains on all the girls, man. And the girls are the worst. My wife told me stories way worse than the men's prisons, man. The women, they'll do anything to get any type of drug or anything, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. People don't understand. There's more drugs in prison than there are on the streets because it's concentrated in one place. Exactly. You're able to walk out your cell and say, I want heroin. I go to 6th cell and get it.
That's it.
Now, if you're in the street, what do you got to do? You got to call somebody. You got to meet
trust
them.
somebody.
You got to give them the money. In prison, you just say, hey, I'm going to have my people send this to you. And that's it. Boom, you have it.
Be on your books tomorrow. Be on your books tonight. Or now it's Cash App. Everything's Cash App. You know, you ain't supposed to have phones in there, but cell phones are big in there. So everybody had a cell phone.
They were not big. When I was in prison, I did not see one cell phone when I was there.
I had one. I got one from I was locked up with 100 Puerto Ricans from Puerto Rico that were all indicted on a. They were all big players from the drug business, and the whole organization was there from the chief down, man, and even their hitmen were there because the one guy that was next to me, he was like, he had just got done getting the shower, having dinner, loading up all his guns into the back of his trunk. He was going to kill 3 people, but someone set him up and told on him, and he got caught as he was pulling up to the first house the guy he was going to kill. And then they got all the guns, it all checked out. He got 10 years just for, and he didn't even kill nobody, but they knew what he was doing. So he was a hitman for the Puerto Rican guys. But those guys,
I got a huge interview coming up, man. Huge.
Really?
Man, has to do with the cartels and all that. I got someone who was involved, like big time shit.
With what's his name, or a different cartel?
Nah.
El Chapo?
No, it wasn't El Chapo. No, they're still around too.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he's alive, they're going to be around, man.
This is going to be around January. That interview is around January.
Oh, cool. Can't wait to see that one. Yeah, he's in Colorado. He's in the mountain. You know, he only gets out 1 hour a day for the last time I heard about.
They sent him to ADX.
Yeah, he's at ADX, man, and it's the only prison that's escape proof. There's no way of getting out of there. No way.
I have a new series dropping this week called The Faces of ADX.
Really?
Supermax. Yeah.
That's where the worst of the worst go there, man. That's it. That's where they go.
Yeah. So I started a show. It's based around the people that are locked up there, some of the past people, some of the people who are still there. And I got firsthand accounts from some of the people who were there. Like,
that's awesome.
So this guy that I know, shout out to Eddie, he was the one who would go into ADX and serve all the inmates their food. Every day. So he's seen Suicide Bonner, Vinny Bassiano, Peter Gotti. There's a whole bunch he's going to talk about.
That's cool. Yeah, because those guys get their food through the little porthole, man. They open the little door. They don't even get to come out and eat. They're just, I think they come out once a week or twice a week for showers.
They don't get to physically hold a letter either. They got to read it on the TV screen.
Correct. Well, now a lot of the prisons are scanning the stuff, and you got the kiosk now, where you go in and you put your ID in, and it's all digital now, all your mail, because they were putting the drugs, like the acid drops on the all the shit. Somehow they were liquefying the mail with the drugs, and that's how they're getting one of the way they were getting drugs in contraband.
If they stop the mail, they'll stop a lot of the drugs, I think.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing now. But they're trying to take visits away. Where you go to the prisons, they want to just where you're home and do it on video. They're trying to take all that shit away. I mean, they took cigarette smoking. You can't. There's no one with extra weights anymore. They're pumping water bags. which makes them bigger anyhow. But you mean if they want to lift weights, they're going to find something. You know what I'm saying? It's a never ending. I mean, everything's contraband. If it ain't your 3 meals that you get, and the 5 uniform shirts you get, the 5 pants, the 5 stuff, anything past that is contraband. And that's just it. I mean, they would come in at night, the 2 guards, and say, "Man, the lieutenant's on my ass, man. I got to find something in here. So I'm asking you guys, I'll be back in an hour. Please put some contraband on the table." And then we're cool. So, all the fucking hefties are like, "Let's go, put something on that fucking table," because they're gonna leave us alone, if we help them.
Yeah.
And we were the only dorm that never got cracked with anything, man. Never.
Because you guys did that.
We just put out cigarettes, we put out fucking lighters, we put out maybe fucking someone throw a little weed out there or something. And they come and they go turn it into the lieutenant, make the report, and all, "Good job, guys. You get a good sweep," And we hooked them up because they hooked us up, man.
Yeah, but so in Connecticut, they really they have this shit locked down. Like, you're not getting away with shit.
Right.
They are gonna come search every inch of your cell. You're not gonna hide nothing nowhere. Like,
not your
don't
cell. You're
fuck around, man. Connecticut's such a small place.
Right.
I think they have nothing but time, and
they come at 3:00 in the morning, and wake your ass up for a shakedown. When you're asleep, and they get out of your cell.
Yeah, it's like
a
raid.
Just rip everything apart, throw it on the floor. Your mattress ripped.
They leave it like that and go clean it up.
Now put it, and then you're like, "Jesus Christ! I've been an hour. You woke me up. Now you got to spend an hour putting everything back together. Next thing you know, it's chow time." So yeah, they fuck with you. If they don't like you, you're fucked. I don't care who you are. And I had one guard that he just didn't, for some reason, me and him just didn't. I never did nothing to him. From the minute I walked in that door, he just didn't like the way I carried myself, and he was a prick. And he was Latino, but all the Latino guys inside the dorm I was cool with, because I grew up in all Puerto Rican neighborhood in Chicago, so they kind of balanced it out where he left me alone. But the first couple weeks, he would fuck with me and like, "Where's your ID? Why ain't you wearing your ID when you do roll call?" And I'm like, "You're asking me? I ain't never seen you do it in 2 weeks. Ask anybody." But because it was me, I'll put you in the fucking shoe, for not. I go, "It's right here. Clip it on." This fucking stupid shit. And me, I could take so much. I got a mouth on me, I got a mouth, and I'm like, oh. And I bit my tongue a couple times with him. He goes, "What, you got something to say?" And then what he wants you to do, he wants you to say something. He could drag you in the fucking back and beat you with the fucking billy club for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you can't fight back.
Yeah, you can't, because they'll handcuff you. They handcuff you and beat you. They don't give a fuck. That's the advantage. That's the advantage they have. Why don't you let me take the fucking handcuff, put that club down, let's fucking fight. They won't do that. It'll be 3 or 4 of them. They're pussies. They're all pussies.
So they send me. I'm in NY at this time. I think I do around, I don't know, 9 months there. About 9 months there, maybe 9. I think altogether I served about 19.
So 19, yeah. So
19 or 20. But I had to do parole on the rest.
Yeah, because you did what you did was 70%, and then you got out after 18 months, and you still had 6 months probably parole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
So it was crazy. This is a crazy story too. I got a couple of them. So I'm walking in there, right? Around Christmas time.
Right.
They send me from Little Cheshire to the adult prison.
Right.
I turned 18. Damn.
Yeah, time now you go to adult.
So now it's like, they're like, "Yo, you're going to adult prison." I'm like, fuck, I don't know nothing about it. I don't know. And it's 2 weeks until I turn 18, right? So they moved me 2 weeks before to this adult prison, but I wasn't allowed to have a cellie at first.
Right.
They said it was against the law until I turned 18.
Right. You weren't probably even allowed to go to the yard yet until you were 18.
No, I wasn't able to do anything.
Right, right.
So I turned 18. Boom, they give me a cellie, right? And my first cellie was a young kid. He was going home. He gave me a bunch of tapes, and it was cool. We were able to kick it, and then he went home. So the next guy comes, and I'm like, I don't want him in my cell.
Right.
He looked like weird. He was just like a creepy looking weird
Chomo
guy.
type guy, like a Chomo?
Like he just looked like he had crazy mental health problems.
Okay, one of them. Okay.
And I'm just like, I don't want this guy in my cell. I don't want him around me.
If you're locked up with him and he flips out, he's gonna kill you.
Yeah, I'm like, no. And I had the bottom bunk, and they were making me go on the top bunk, so that pissed me off on top of it. Yeah. And it was a lot of different things. I just didn't want to live with this guy.
Right.
So I tell him, listen, man, you got to figure a way to get the fuck out of here. We're going to figure a way for you to leave. So he's trying to ask the guard, tell him to leave. He won't leave.
Right.
So I say, don't take your meds tonight. When they come around and do med call, don't take your meds. So he doesn't he cheeks them, right?
Right.
So I'm not thinking nothing of it. I go to sleep.
He's flipped out now. He didn't take his meds.
I wake up to him screaming, man. Yeah. Middle of the night, he's screaming. He's having a grand mal seizure.
Oh, shit.
Because he didn't take his meds.
Right. But that sent him out of there, though.
No. So listen, he's on the ground flapping around. He busts his face. There's blood. Cops come. He sits up, sits on his bed, acts like everything's good. He's wiping the blood. Cops are like, what happened? He had a seizure. Get him the fuck out of here, man. He's got to go. Like, why are you leaving him in here with me? So, Lucky Leo, what's up? So,
what's up, Lucky Leo?
The cops leave him. He's all right. He'll be all right. And they leave him.
Right.
So I'm like, man, I don't know what I got to do. So I keep telling the guy, you got to go. I don't care. Right. We're going to figure this out. So the next morning, after breakfast, they pop the door to clean the cell because there's blood on the cell from the night before.
Right.
So he starts mopping the floor, right? And I'm like, I give him a battery and I say, throw that at the cop. Now this guy's got like mental health issues.
Right.
So
right.
It was kind of easy to convince him to do this shit. I just said, throw the battery at the cop. And I gave him a double A. And he whips it at the cop.
Oh, he's fucked.
Flies by the cop. The cop notices because it bings right off the desk near him.
Right.
And he goes, you almost hit me with that. He's laughing, right?
Right.
I go hit him again. Hit him this time. Foof. He hits him right in the face.
Oh.
Now the cop ain't laughing now, right? He threw it. He throwed it. He threw it. So he hits him right in the face. Now the cop's pissed.
Yeah.
The cops rush at this guy, right? The guy starts beating the shit out of the cop.
Yeah, he's a mental fucking probably strong as an ox, man. He
starts beating up the cop, man. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I wanted to fuck with this guy if I knew all this. This is slamming the cop on the ground. I'm like, holy shit. So now he runs back in the cell. He's ripping his mattress open, starts stuffing it in the toilet. He's flushing it, flooding the cell, right? The door's open. And I'm just sitting in the cell. What the fuck? I'm watching all this shit go on. All these cops come running down. They bum rush him.
Oh, yeah. Probably 20 of them.
Yo, they handcuff him. They squeeze the cuffs on real tight. And they drag him up the stairs by his feet. And his head's going doof, doof, doof.
What they do.
The stairs. And it was the end of that one. So he's gone.
Right.
They lock me in a cell when they're fighting with him.
Yeah, everybody gets locked down. Yeah.
So I could still see it all. And they bring him up the stairs. They just open the cell. They say, grab the mop, clean up that mess, and lock up. That was it. That was all that happened.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So from there, he's gone. I got no celly. Everything's good, right?
Right.
So then I'm like, damn, I should probably move in with someone that I'm cool with.
Right.
So finally, I said, one of my friends, we link up. Shout out to Ivory. He's out here too. My old bunkie Ivory, man. I'm gonna send him a copy of this interview.
Okay.
And go check out Ivory's music. Now the place I was in was 23-hour lockdown. It was 23 hours a day. You're in the cell.
Right.
They give you 15 minutes each to eat.
Right.
And then you get a little rec time.
And then 2 hours a week for showering, I believe, like twice a week on it. That's what they did with
15 minutes you get to shower.
Yeah.
15 minutes to shower, 15 minutes for each meal. Boom, boom, boom. There goes your hour. Right? Was it?
Yeah, it's everybody's different. Like when I was in prison, we could take a shower anytime we want. I mean, we were in a dorm, it was different. But when I was in county jail, and if you were on a 23-hour lockdown, they brought you out twice a week for showers, but you got your meals.
It was twice a week.
Meal. Yeah.
It was twice a week.
Yeah.
But so we had to walk all the way to the chow hall to eat. every day, every morning, every afternoon, every night. We had to walk single file into this jail hall because the gang that they moved me into was a level 4 gang prison.
Okay.
So it was for gang members.
Yeah.
No, it's for violent gang members who were.
You were in max. That's why you were in 23-hour lockdown.
Yeah.
You were in max.
So Christmas time's coming, right? So my family thinks it's a good idea to buy me all the Christmas packages that they have.
You're allowed to get, right?
But they buy them all.
Oh shit!
There's like 6 different kinds you can get. They bought me all of them.
Okay.
So they call me, and they go, "Hey, Staxx, you got a package at the A&D?"
Right.
I'm like, I don't know what that is. I go with this carriage, and they got all these boxes.
Right.
So they're like creamers and meats and all kinds of stuff. So I put them in this box, right? Everyone else who's coming back to the dorm, they're walking in with like a box.
Right.
One. They're like $100 and something, but my family decided to buy all of them for me.
Yeah, because in Christmas time they could buy you gym shoes, they could buy you shirts, undershirts. That's when you could get the clothes that your family could send. So
yeah, different types of stuff.
Yeah.
So they buy me all of them. I come walking back into the cell block with this fucking cart with all these boxes stacked on it. And people are eyeballing me. I could see it. They're all eyeballing me. Victim. And I'm thinking, I ain't the one, man.
Yeah.
So I haven't been in this place for too long at this point. It hasn't even been a month. Like, I don't even think I got my everyone was looking at me. You got that right, Lucky Leo.
Lucky Leo's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Even the guards were probably like, let's see what happens to this fool. Like, well, if I would have known,
they're gonna try you. You're young right now. You're just 18. You're the the young guy on the block. They want to see how you're gonna handle yourself. That's the whole thing.
So I take my shit. I come down the stairs. I'm on the bottom cell. I remember like it was yesterday, man. I'm putting the stuff away. I'm putting my boxes under my bed on the side. And this big, mean-looking black guy, Pookie, comes up. He comes up to the cell, and he looks right at me and says, I want a bag of commissary at my cell.
Right, he's trying to extort you now. Yeah.
By the time count ends, I want a bag of commissary at my cell.
Give him that commissary, he owns you.
And I said, no, I ain't giving you shit. Yeah. He just went like this and walked away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck.
Yep.
I don't know what to do.
Like, bro,
they don't give you a rule book. This guy's so big, bro. He could rip me in half. Like,
it don't matter. You got to fight him. Even if you lose, if you fight him, you stand up. You walk in there the next day, and everybody's you got blessed. You're part of the team now. It don't matter if you gave him that bag, they would have punked you all the way through prison, man.
Yeah, it would have been
just for giving him that bag. No matter how much, if he just sent you to the infirmary for 6 months, you still you can't give that bag up.
No,
it's life or death there. People don't realize. I don't care where you're at prison, life or death. You got nowhere to run. You can't trust nobody.
You can't go get a gun. You can't go get a gun or a knife to protect yourself. No. You got yourself. It's not. That's what it is.
Standard rule in a federal prison, maximum prison, is that's the first thing you're told when you go into the cell block. Better make yourself a shank, and I mean quick. And they carry them everywhere they go because people are getting stabbed every 5 minutes. The bodies half the bodies don't even get reported in the news.
A lot of them
ambulances are coming all day long, taking bodies out, and then they're calling over to the fucking camp. Janitor come over, and you go over and you're cleaning up buckets of blood for the guy just guts all over the place. I mean, they don't care. And those people, if they got a family, they bury them out back at Potter's Field. That's it. See you later. They get on box and that's it. They don't give a shit. They don't care.
There's a ton of stuff that doesn't get reported. There's people that die in the cell and they leave them in there for days.
Exactly. They beat them to death. They lie on the report. Everything, man. It's crazy, bro.
So the next day, my door pops open and they say, you got to go to the lieutenant's office, right?
Okay.
Now, this is after breakfast.
Right.
They're like, you got to go to the lieutenant's office. I'm like, all right. So I go out the cell and I look. Who's at the door? Pookie.
No, of course. He's got the guards on his payroll.
So I go up. I'm like right on the side of him, right next to him.
Yeah.
They buzz the door. We're both walk in. We're locked into this, the Sally part. Boom.
Yeah, the Sully port.
And he's not saying anything. It's quiet.
Wow.
He's not looking at me. He's not saying nothing. And I already told him, no, I'm not giving you nothing.
Right.
So we start walking. They open the other door. We start walking. I'm thinking, I'm walking to my death right now, man. This is it.
You don't know if the guards are walking you to put him in a private area with you. Yeah.
Like, he knows where he's going. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right,
I'm following the guy that just threatened me, man.
It's the scariest feeling for a new guy, first time in prison. That's a young kid. That's the scariest feeling for anyone.
It was crazy.
Go ahead, man. I know this is going to be a good one.
So we start walking. We're walking. We get to the office, right? We walk. He goes in first, and then I go in. And they go, "You guys both got hired on the same time. You guys are both going to work in the kitchen together."
They knew he tried to buck you, so they were trying.
I don't know.
So. Maybe
they gave us a job together to work together. Like, we got to work together every day. Me and this guy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, man, this is not going to go over well.
Did you wind up becoming friends with him?
I become friends with him, man.
Yeah, of course. That's what their whole plan was. They tried to make peace.
But we don't eat together because I'm not giving up my shit.
Well, anyhow, in prison, you know that segregation is big in prison. Whites are with whites, Puerto Ricans are Puerto Mexicans.
Yeah.
Like, that's a mandatory. A white guy ain't sitting at a black table. Black guy ain't sitting at a white table.
No.
That ain't happening.
Have you seen? Yeah, but so when you were in prison, have you seen white guys that were down with the black gangs?
No. The whites stuck with the whites. I mean, but there was only, that was the weakest end of in where I was at. White supremacists. There was only 3 white supremacists in the whole. There's four dorms. They held up to I think 500 people to 4 dorms. There was only 3 white supremacists. Usually in the federal prison, in the actual maximum, they run the prison. The white supremacists over anything. They're the biggest gang in federal prison. But
the DC car is the biggest one, right?
Yeah. But in the camp in Florida was all Latinos. It was 90% Latinos.
Yeah.
And I mean mostly Puerto Ricans. And
it depends where in the country you are too, I think.
Right, exactly. Of course, Puerto Rico is not far from Florida, so the federal prison that they hold them in Puerto Rico, when they get sentenced, they bring them to the Florida prison because it's closer for them. This way when they leave, see, when you leave federal prison, they try to keep you within 500 miles of your house. So they'll either fly you home, or they'll bus you home, or if you'd have somebody pick you up, and then they give you a Visa card with. For me, I was only going to the halfway house, which was 60 miles down the road, so they gave me $30 for lunch. And like a little gas money. So they gave me like $75. At
least they gave you something, right?
So, yeah,
I had released. I've been released with 0 before. They didn't give you nothing. They said, one time I was released and they said, "Oh, you just fell underneath the time that you're supposed to get to get money."
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck? So you have to like stay in for a little longer, and we'll give you $50. Like, fuck you in your $50.
Yeah, that's usually what it is for the state, like $50 because you did state time. And federal, it's not that much higher, but they'll fly you. They'll fly you on a plane.
Gate money. It's called gate money.
Yeah, gate money. Yeah. Like what they did it with the guys that were getting released, they had to go to fly out. They would have a taxi out front for them. They pay for the taxi to the airport, get on the bus, and then when they get wherever they're going, they have a taxi already arranged for that guy, and you can pay them on your card. They put the money on the card, and you pay the driver, and that's how they would. Or if a bunch of people are getting out, you might go on a federal plane and catch a ride with the guys that are coming in, or moving prisoners. They might put you on the travel one.
Yeah, when I was released, they give you an option, right? The last time I was released, they give you an option if you want to go to a different county jail.
Right.
If you want to get, you can either go to, I think it was Hartford or Bridgeport, or you get to go to a certain county jail, but you have to jump on these buses with these other inmates who are getting transferred. It's a big thing.
But I'll tell you how sweet federal prison is. Most of the federal prisons use county jails for holding it for the federals. Federal BOP don't have holding facilities that are federal. They contract to the regular different cities, their county jails.
Yeah, that's one of the things I wondered too. So when people get arrested for federal crime, they
Right.
go to regular county.
Right. Well, what you do is you get indicted. You get indicted. Now, either the indictment, they come and they kick your door and they drag you out. On my indictment, when they came out to interview and made the decision they were going to indict me with my wife, he told me, "Well, we're gonna be going turning this to the federal prosecutor. You'll be hearing back from us." So this was during the pandemic. This was in January. So when September hit, we still haven't heard nothing. Now, at this point, I didn't know I was getting indicted. I just knew she was going. So I looked up I went into the federal webpage and I looked up her name, and it unsealed the indictment that was sealed for 9 months, and my name was there. So immediately when I unsealed, I got a phone call from the feds saying, "Well, you know the indictment's out," because once I opened it, I unsealed it. You know what I'm saying?
So what if you didn't open it? What would have happened?
They weren't gonna. The pandemic was coming, so I would have still been out. You know what I'm saying? But once they expose it to me, they have to come get. So he says, "Listen, I made you a promise. I remember 9 months ago. You asked me if I did. I said, listen, if you're gonna come and get us, do me one favor. I got an autistic grandson in here. Don't come kick my doors in. Do me that favor. I will turn myself in. I won't run." And he believed me. So he goes, I remember what you asked me. He goes, "You got till next Wednesday to turn yourself into the federal courthouse, 10 o'clock." He goes, I'm going to trust you because you asked me like a man, and he was cool about it. So we walked in. Now you go before the judge, which is it's not the judge that sends you. They're called they're judges, but they handle like bond and all that stuff. There's a special name. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. But you go in there and now they're going to decide if you're going to get bail, right? So now you got collateral, you own homes. Now they give us a signature bond, each of us $250,000 signature bond. But here's the condition with federal. You're waiting to see if you're going to be guilty. It's not like if you pay a bond with state and you're out and you're free, you don't have to report them. They put you on pre-trial probation while you're waiting. So you got to go and report to a guy every week and take random drug tests on a color code. And I'm like, I'm not even convicted. Why am I doing all that? So I got pissed at the feds. And he goes, "Well, we could just revoke your bond and put you in jail." And my wife's telling me, "Calm down." I go, "Fuck this. I'm not convicted yet. Fuck them."
Yeah, it's kind of like you're already convicted and you're on probation already. That's so crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's like, so they changed probation officer. They upped me into a 4-time-a-week fucking drug test. So I said, "Fuck this shit, man. This is fucking pissing me off." So I wind up violating before sentencing, and they put me in for 48 days, right? Our sentence is going to be February 19th, 2022, or 2021, I think about it. 21. And she's out. I go in January 1st, or right after the holiday, so January 3rd.
Yeah, but did you know how much time you were going to get? Did you guys already work out
a deal? I was going to
like
get straight probation. Very rarely, there's only 4% people that walk out of federal court on an indictment when you plead guilty that get straight probation. 4%. But I had no criminal history. I had something from 30 years ago in Chicago when I was arrested, and I did 60 days in Cook County Jail. But that was 30 years ago. The feds can't use nothing from only up to 15 years back. Anything past that, they can't use that as part of your criminal history. So I was scoring 0 to 6 months in prison, but my lawyer already told me that they promised me probation. Well, I didn't want probation. Why should I give 5 years of my fucking life with the way they treated me in pretrial? I already got a bad name with these guys. They're gonna fuck me in the ass.
Yeah.
So I know this. My wife's like, "Just take it." I go, "You know what? First I'm losing you. They're taking you away from me, and now I got to go fuck with these guys. I don't follow when I don't believe in something, when they're fucking you up the ass. I don't care who they are. I'm fucking talking. Trust me. The reason I got indicted, not because I lied federal to them. They still weren't going to indict me. I tried to beat the fucking FBI guy up in front of my house because he was talking fucking stupid to me, and he tackled me to the ground and handcuffed me. I go, "Take these fucking handcuffs. I'll beat your fucking ass," And his partners go recording everything. And then the prosecutor said, "Mr. Catalano's here. And yes, he lied. We were going to give him a break because we know he wasn't involved in it. But he wants to beat up federal agents, and he wanted to put me in prison. And my lawyer, I go, 'Whoa, you remember that email that he sent you that guaranteed me?' And my lawyer goes, 'That's right.' He put it out. He goes, 'No, Your Honor, he guaranteed him probation.' And the guy turned around. He goes, 'Yeah, I did. I guess I got to honor it.' He wanted to fucking hammer me. And my charge held up to 5 years in prison for making a false statement. I could have got 5. He wanted to slam me for like 5 years. But he already made a deal with my attorney that I get probation. I got no criminal history. So I go to jail, and then they grab my wife the 12th. They thought she was going to be a flight risk because we're both getting sentenced on the 19th. So all of a sudden, I call home, and my daughter goes, "They just took mom. The feds came to the door. They kicked the door and they grabbed mom." And I go, "Fuck." So now she goes and they put her in Pinellas, and she makes it to where I'm at. So the day of the 19th, they bring me down at 5:30 in the morning for court. You go down a little van. There was only a couple of us, and he goes, "Your wife's here." And the marshal was really cool with me. This guy was cool with me from day one. He goes, "You know she's going away." He goes, "But I think you're going to be going home tonight." He says, "I'm going to let you go to the back of the line. Your wife's going to be coming." So I'm waiting in the line, and I see they're bringing my wife. She's shackled. She's coming. And she smiles, grin to grin. She sees me. First time I seen her now in like 60 days. And he says, "You guys, when you get on the van, I'll let you guys sit next to each other. It's a 10-minute ride so you can say your goodbyes." I mean, I couldn't appreciate anything more. But the feds are like that. They're first class. You treat them with respect, they'll do you a solid. So we got to talk. He says, "Now I can't have you do none of that kissy stuff, but I'll let you kiss her, real quick when we get out of the van." And could I hug her? Yeah. And we talked. He let us talk, and then we went in. She went up to the back of the courthouse and got in the cell, and they put her above us. She went in first, and she got 30 months. And then he came in and goes, "They sent your wife for 30 months. Can I see her?" "No, she's already gone. They already took her back to the county jail." So now I go in there, and the judges. I made this whole speech to the judge. You get to talk to the judge and show empathy and you're. So I this guy in county jail he like wrote books. He wrote this 3-page perfect thing for me to say to the court. With me, I'm like, I don't know what to fucking say. I mean, I am sorry for what happened. I mean, but I'm going to sound like a jerk off if I put it in my words. This guy wrote me this beautiful letter, man. And the judge goes, "You got a lot of moxie." He goes, "You're a guy I actually like," he said. He says, "You got style." He says, either you're the greatest liar in the world, or you're the fucking, he says, or you're just the most honest guy in the world. He says, you're the best actor I've ever seen. But he goes, "I believe you." And he says, "I want you to know 4% can walk out of my courthouse going to probation." And I'm just like, "Okay, thank you." And I'm being nice. And he gives me 5 years probation. So I get out a couple hours later. My fucking ride stiffs me. Don't pick me up. It's fucking freezing out. I walked 36 fucking miles till I finally got a ride to go to. I'm 72 miles away from home, or 99 miles away from home. I get 36 miles walking down the fucking highway. Now, I just got out of jail. I'm sentenced on probation. I got no fucking shoelaces in my fucking shoes, no jacket. I'm carrying this shit for paperwork. I'm throwing that shit in the garbage. I'm freezing my nuts off, and I finally get a hold of somebody to pick me up, and it took them 2 hours because I'm 2 hours away. But I walked 36. I swear, down the highway. I'm worried the cops are going to say, I got no ID on me, because the feds, it ain't like the state where you get to put your stuff and they put it in booking. And when you get out, when you get out, they give you. The feds make you, the minute you get booked by feds, where do you want us to mail your wallet? Where do you want us to mail your money? Do you want to have your clothes mailed? Or do you want them to throw it out? So when you go to federal prison, you go in the flip-flops and the uniform. You don't get to change out because you got no clothes there. They don't allow you to keep clothes.
Yeah, they don't hold your shit. They got like a whole.
Feds will hold your shit.
There's like a whole room.
Throw it out.
There's a whole room in regular county, and there's all racks everywhere,
right, with a number,
with everyone's shit. Yep.
When you get out, you sign for your shit. You get out the same shit you went in. It don't work like that with the feds. So now I go to prison, and I go in my fucking orange and whites to fucking brown, and I heard that the place I was going was Sweet for Food. And I fucking came from a place that had the most horrendous dog food you'll ever fucking eat. When I tell you dog food, I would give my shit away, my trays. I would trade for fucking snacks. I slept 15 hours a day. I had a top bunk and the back. And the disciples, I know a lot of disciples from Chicago. So this guy, Creed, he called me Pops. He said, "Pops, let me pick your brain, man." Because right away, I'm Italian. They want to pick your brain. They want to know about your whole history. They know you got mobbed. So we're walking the yard every day, and he's like, so I draw him this diagram of organization, how to organize the crew he's got, and he's loving all this shit. So he's a rapper too, and he's writing the songs, and I'm in the song, and he's just loving me, man. And this guy's giving me whatever I want. I get some Indian dude was staring at me. He was a flake, man, and I got tired of this guy. So I go, "You got a fucking problem?" So I lunge in front of the cameras, and all my homeboys go, "No," because my nickname's CC. CC, no, the fucking, you're on tape. So they're pulling me off. So the fucking Creed comes up to me and goes, Pops, you're retired. Relax. Right? He go to the back. Chill. He goes up to this fucking Indian and goes, walks up to him and fucking smacks the shit out of him right off his fucking bunk. He said, you see that old man right there? Fuck with him and I'll fucking kill you. And he told everybody in there. And Creed, he still calls me. He calls me like every other day from prison. He's going to be getting out soon. And he's like, Pops, I can't wait to see you. And it was just something, the connection me and him made. And he loved me and he took care of me. And I got, from that point on, every one of the disciples of him were bringing me shit every day. Take care. I mean, the commissary. I didn't buy shit.
Yeah.
You know? And once he knew I was from the mother, because that's where the disciples originated, Chicago. They call it the motherland. You know? And my homeboys, Frankie D, who ran the set in Walkwell, Potomac, once they knew I was in with the disciples, that was it. Carte blanche. I was called old school, you know? And I could do all the fucking handshakes the way that. So when they came up to me, they're testing me to see if I know. And I do all the fucking disciple handshake the way where you come out with the crown.
Yeah.
You understand? And he's like,
yeah,
this man's cool. I passed like because I did that shit since I was a kid. I ran with the disciples when I was a young kid. So it was carte blanche. Same way when I got to prison. The Puerto Ricans, they knew, you're Italian. If you're Italian, go to federal prison, you're treated like God because of all the gangsters that are in there.
Yeah,
you know?
no, it's weird.
I
Weird,
mean, the
right?
Italians run the fucking, I'm telling you right now, they got carte blanche. I mean, there's still a few of the big time, what's his name just died? Did Persico just die? He was like the last boss to go, wasn't he?
He died a while ago.
Was it? Because he was the last guy in charge of the Colombo crime family, wasn't he? Persico?
Yeah, I believe he was.
Yeah, he was the last boss, I believe. But there's still a few left. But like the big guy that went a few years back was the Chin. They said the Chin.
Waverly just got out, and he's one of the major players with the Colombo family now. Right. I don't know if he's still involved. I don't know if he walked away from the life he should. If he is, he should.
But now Gambino family, they say technically Gene Gotti's in charge, but Gene just died, didn't he? Was he still alive?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't talk about active people.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just saying that the Fed, what I heard just in the grapevine, what you hear on little bits of dribbles, that he was put in acting boss because he's the last Gotti that's standing. I don't know if he's still alive or not. Because I know Junior's, A-Light talks about fucking Junior like Junior wasn't shit, but
I mean, the Gotti name don't really hold too much weight in the mob anymore.
Right.
Like in the mob realm, it doesn't hold any weight, really.
Yeah.
Not like it did.
Like it did, right. But,
it's non-existent anymore. I mean, there's a couple stragglers around, but
they sanctioned that. What's left, it's very, like you said, it's very, how can you say it? It's all, everything's on a hiatus. They're very weak right now. There's no strength in any Italian mob. They're there. The families are still there, but very minimal. And there's a no-hit order that was put on. No one's allowed to do any type of hit. Nothing. No, they're not sanctioning nothing like that. So it's like these guys get their hand tied. The little guys that are trying to build something back up. And I don't think it'll ever happen, but
it's just crazy. I think it's dead, man. The whole lifestyle, everything is just.
I agree. It ain't gonna be like the 60s, 70s, and 80s. There's no way ever to become that bad. If it does, that'll be a miracle.
Just like I was talking with Larry Rolla.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he said, no one ever will be able to do the things that Larry Mazza has done.
Right.
All the things he went through, how he killed somebody in the street, and how he got away with all this stuff because his boss was cooperating with the government. Right. He didn't even know.
Exactly.
So why don't I go after Larry Mazza? A lot of people ask me, why don't you go after other people who cooperated?
Right.
Because Larry Mazza's not on here bragging about shit. Exactly. There's a big difference between telling a story and bragging.
Right.
And A-Light and them, it's just.
Oh, and A-Light's not even full. He's Armenian and Italian, right? Isn't he? And I know he's been to prison in Armenia, and he's been around. He was in Florida prison here. You remember?
He doesn't know what he is, man. He doesn't know what he is. He wanted to be Italian. Now he wants to be Albanian. But
he thinks he talks like he was Gotti's button guy.
I know.
And it cracks me up, man. It cracks me up. Because I know no doubt he wasn't a tough guy. He's definitely was a tough guy. He beat a lot of guys' ass. He could handle himself on the street. But he's like taking this shit to the fucking with his podcast to pump himself up, and it just
like with the unbuttoned shirt and the
I
was taking
he
orders.
Dresses still like a gangster.
I was giving orders from the cell. Shut the fuck up, man.
Right. I saw you do a whole bit on him, man. Now, have you actually ever interviewed him?
No.
Now he talks. I heard didn't he one of the guys trying to come after you?
All of them try to come at me all the time.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I get a lot of messages from a lot of these jerk offs, but it's all a bunch of hollow ass threats. They're not really. They don't want to be men and have a conversation because I'm down to have a conversation with them on video. And one of their responses are, "Come on my show." Okay.
Right.
Okay.
They all want to charge you. You've never paid for any of those guys, have you?
I've never paid not $1 for an interview.
That's awesome,
not $1. Not saying I haven't put money into my show, but I never paid for an interview. I don't pay for interviews. I don't pay for subscribers. I don't pay for views.
Right.
For all you people who say I do, thank you.
I know you don't.
I really appreciate it.
I watch your show a lot, and I see, and I know the struggle when you first started out, how you build and how hard you were. I was there with you in the beginning when you first came out. So I know how you grind it. And then when you finally get to do the lives, but you were putting out interviews after interview. The biggest interview I liked that you did was that guy that was from was he from London? That one guy that has a podcast. He was a really bad dude.
Stephen Gillen.
Yeah, Gillen. He was a bad motherfucker now.
Yeah.
And
I was friends with Charles Bronson, the real Charles Bronson.
You did a 2-part interview with him, didn't you?
Yeah.
He was, and he's a humble guy, man. He's soft spoken. And he's got a lot of class. He told some stories about coming close to death in prison where he was at.
He witnessed a murder when he was a young kid. He was in a war zone when he was a kid.
Exactly.
He sees a person killed right in front of him. He's like 6 years old.
You know, I felt like I told you I got a hold of Gene Burrell. I don't know him. I don't know the only guy I know from New York is Michael, but Gene Burrell I heard was just. He's out here with me. He lives like 30 miles down the road here. I go across the
bridge. He's in Florida.
I'm in Tampa. He's in St. Pete.
Yeah,
so
I know where he is.
Last week. He just got.
I know where he is. I know exactly where he is.
He got a battery with his girlfriend last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I sent you an email, but I kept getting it back. I didn't know if you knew. I was like, as soon as I found out, I said you were the first person I sent an email. Bill, they just fucking got Gene Burrell, and I call him. I hit him up on Instagram. And I don't tell him anybody I know. I don't drop names. I won't do that to guys like that. And I just said I'm a podcast. I want to do. He goes, "Oh, bro, I'm the best interview you get. I usually charge $800. Give me $300." And I'm like, "All right, let me get back to you." And I'm like, "This fucking guy, he claims to be the #1 soldier for fucking banana." So my last name is right, Catalano. Who was one of the big capos during the Pizza Connection? Salvatore Catalano. Okay, so. I wanted to say, that's my fucking third cousin, my grandfather's second cousin, who's a pizza connect. So I could find out right away from the bloodline if you were ever anything in the Bonanno family.
He wasn't in the mob.
I know that. It was his uncle, wasn't it? His uncle or something?
Yeah, his uncle.
And he played off his uncle.
His uncle is the fucking Ruggiano, the rat. Anthony Ruggiano is his uncle. Fat Andy isn't his uncle.
That's right.
Fat Andy Ruggiano, the rat, is his uncle.
Yeah. What's your so just real quick, I want to get into some stories here, but so you get to prison, you make it, you come out. Is that when you cleaned up when you got out of prison, or I know you've been clean about 6 years or something?
5 years.
5 years. Okay. I know you're
over 5 years. But so it took me a long time to get my shit together.
Right.
Listen, drugs and alcohol are a motherfucker. And if anyone's out there struggling with it, I understand your pain. I've been through it. Like I've begged and begged God to take the obsession away from me. And he finally did.
Please take this monkey off my back, God. Just take this. So I've been clean 3 years, almost 3 years. But you know what? I was a career addict my whole life, bro. Since I was 18. And I begged when I got into my 40s, I would get on my hands and yell and pray to God, just take this away from me. You took everything else away from me that is bad. Please, I begged. And it just couldn't. Finally, I just said, that's it. I'm getting too old, man. I'm killing myself, man. And I ain't drank now since 2007. I quit alcohol.
I never thought I'd see the day, bro. I never thought I'd see the day to where I'm sober and I'm able to help other people. I never thought I'd see it.
Now, real quick, they're making a movie. Are you making a movie about your life?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Are you gonna play yourself?
Well, so I'm not. It's not a movie about my life. It's about a guy. I can't really talk a lot about it. I got contracts and things, but It's about a guy who's a car thief, and it has similarities to my life. It's not like it doesn't mimic my life,
right?
but
You played a part because you lived that lifestyle in that area. Cool.
But I am the main character.
Yeah, I heard. I know you. I heard about it. I won't pry because I know you got a contract. But
now we'll talk off the air.
Yeah, no, not cool. So now let's get into your podcast. You start your podcast. You get big name guys. You get a lot of guys that are reformed or that were come out of the program. Correct?
Yeah.
You hunt these guys down. Some of them are great. Some of them you're cool with them, but some of them you're out to expose them. You're hearing their bullshit. You know they're a rat. You know they weren't what they're saying, and they come out and now they're before you. And I've been watching you, man. You're getting like you're so good at this now. You're drilling these guys like you ain't letting nobody bark down you no more, man. 'Cause I remember when you first started out, you were taking your time, you were doing video interviews, but now you're on the attack with these guys. You're ready to hang these guys that are bullshit, and I like that about you.
They're attacking me personally, man.
Right.
Come at my family, okay? It's no hold bar. Then I'm gonna expose every inch of you, and I'm not gonna cross the line like they do with me. I'm not gonna attack their family. I'm not gonna go at them personally. I'm gonna show what it is, the truth. I'm gonna show the truth to you guys, and you make your own rational decision. Now, other people say, "How come you don't expose Ramundi?"
Right.
Ramundi was one of the first people I ever interviewed. Just because I interviewed someone doesn't mean I agree with everything they say.
Right.
It doesn't mean I back up everything they say. I interviewed the person. Now, Ramundi is a good friend to me. He's always been a good friend to me. If you don't believe his story, go, I don't know, start your own podcast. Talk about it. I don't know what the fuck to tell you guys.
I didn't realize you in your area of the YouTube that you got as many trolls as I thought we were the worst troll this Dabbleverse. But you guys got the same problems we got. I guess it's as bad
huge.
for you guys.
It's huge. It's a huge problem. But it's not really a problem if you don't pay attention to them.
Right. Now, that other guy that does a mafia podcast, you had some words with him, didn't you?
Which one?
I forgot his name. He's the guy that sits in the room in that one room at the desk. He does a lot of interviews, but he called you out or something. I can't remember his name. He's got he does similar to what you do, but he talks about like he got slapped by a couple gangsters because he went up to them.
Nadu. Jeff Nadu. Shout out to Jeff Nadu.
He got he going up to gangsters like he knew them, and one guy slapped the shit out of him or something.
It's because he's on here talking about active people.
Okay.
People who are actively in the streets that are not on the internet. He's putting their pictures out. He's talking about their cases. You don't do that.
Yeah.
If they're not out here, don't put them out here.
Yeah.
And he's been warned about it, and he does it over and over and over.
Yeah, I saw a thing where he was coming at you, or you were telling him, "Hey, you bring it." And I know there was a little tension there with you and him. But he says, "What's his name again?" Larry?
Jeff Nadu.
Oh, Jeff. Yeah. So, and I watched him twice, and he's like really arrogant, man. To really arrogant when you listen to him. He's like,
hey.
I really didn't care for him that much.
It's crazy. I don't understand how anyone can take him serious. It's just crazy. I don't.
And that's why I tell him. And I tell him, when I get in your chat room, I pump it. Hit that like button, my boy. Chat.
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
You know me. I get on it real quick.
I did call out Nadu to a boxing match. There's the call out season 2. Now the option is there, Nadu. If you want to come and display your skills, we could box at the call out. So the option is there.
I just Alex Stein, I don't know if you know who he is. He's a like a news journalist, reporter, dabbles. He dabbles in the Dabbleverse. He's with his other area with his news and his shows out of Dallas. He's got a real studio, and he fought they did a fight down here in St. Pete over the weekend, and he put me on his list and went out there to meet him. Great guy, man. He won his fight. He kicked the shit out of the dude, man, in 3 rounds. But he's a big, tall dude, man. Great dude, man. Fighting me out to Dallas to come out to the studio. But it was cool.
The call out, you guys box, and then you do something good for the community together. So it's not like, listen, I don't have any personal ill feelings towards any of these people. None of them.
Right.
I don't hate none of them. I honestly don't even dislike them. I could care less.
Right. Exactly.
But when they come on here and act a certain way, I'm gonna expose it.
You're gonna expose. That's good. I like that. Now, What's your really take on Sammy? Are you hit and miss with him, or
I
you
don't
don't
like
like?
him, man. No, he's a scumbag. I think he's an
Well, obviously
opportunist.
what he did. Even at one point, Michael and him used to be at a big war when what's his name
Yeah, I remember.
when they did the series, the 10-week series. What's his
Yeah.
name? Patrick Bet David.
Yeah,
He put them
they
two
were both
together.
together, right? They were doing
And
the
then,
show
but then
together. Yeah.
Michael and Sammy have made peace now. They're in business together now. They're doing some shit together. But I still think in the back, I'm not speaking for him. I'm just by reading the way I watch him. I think he's still a little upset away that that Sammy carries himself. Sammy still carries himself like he's the underboss. I mean,
He
played pretty.
does.
I
He
mean,
acts like he's still connected. Like he has to
yeah.
make a call and get someone. You're not that guy anymore,
It's
Sammy. You never were.
it's like he's fretting off like this is a fret. And he's still in the back door, but he's on life parole. You know that he's on
I didn't know
federal
if he
life.
was on life parole. I
Yeah,
know he
life. He
wasn't.
can't. The feds watch him. I think he got life, is what I heard. I don't know if that's true. Someone said to me the other day he's on life. He's got to be permission anywhere to go. He can't leave the country.
I know he can't go to New York City. He's banned from
Well, of course,
going to New York City.
but the whole
Bill, I
thing.
worked around mobsters most of my teens dealing with the HA. I'd like to watch your channel. Please mention the link. I just arrived.
Is this someone from your world? I never seen
know.
Keller. I don't know. It's someone new. And Bill, I worked around mobsters most of my teen dealing, but I'd like to watch your channel. Please mention. Yeah, definitely. You're gonna do your plugs.
Chatting with Staxx.
Chatting with Staxx, baby.
STAXX. It's chatting, CHATTIN with WITH, and then Staxx, STAXX show.
Now, there's a guy that I watch. He's got a podcast with that one African American guy. They do a podcast. It's what's his name? He was really close with John Gotti. I can't. Oh, man, I just had the name in the back of my head.
Sal Pelosi, the fucking liar. He wasn't close to John Gotti. He didn't even know him.
Yeah, this guy. It was. I can't think of his name. Oh, Scarza, Mickey Scarza.
Yeah.
Now, I heard he's pretty legit. Everybody seems to like him. They said he's telling the truth when he tells his stories.
People like him. People like him, but I don't like him. He put 50 people in prison that are still in prison because of him. I don't.
They're all rats. They were all.
I mean, I got good friends that really like Michael Scars. But
yeah,
I don't care. I don't like Mikey Scars, and I'm not gonna pretend to like Mikey Scars for my friends that I like. I'm not gonna do that. So
I mean, you got to face it this way. That's why Michael, when he goes butts with these guys, I didn't rat on nobody. He didn't rat on. He did 10 fucking years, man. And there's no transcript showing that he testified against
anybody. Scars?
No, I'm talking about Michael Franzese. Yeah, he did his fucking time and got out. He had a contract from his own father, when he tried to get out because of him leaving. He was forking over $3 million a week, kicking it upstairs, man, from that gas can. And
it seems like the older that these guys get, though, the more involved they were and the more connected they were. It's crazy. I don't understand it.
Well, he was definitely a
Michael Franzese. Shit, man. Why did these fucking people keep calling me? I'm on live. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
I know. But, his father, if people don't know who he is, his father was the underboss and one of the baddest motherfuckers on the street. Yeah. Even John Gotti praised him and said he had mutual respect for the father. He was
no joke.
He was no joke. I mean, let me tell you something. This is a guy that got 50 years in prison, and they asked if he wanted to speak before sentencing. And he stood up and said, as a matter of fact, I do. And he said, well, by the time I get out, everybody's probably going to be dead. But I want everybody to know I'm going to walk out of here at 100 years old. And he fucking did.
I know.
He did.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. The willpower to stay 50-year prison, walked out and lived another 3 years and died. He just died a couple years ago. Yeah. And that's a phenomenal story. And I like to see a movie about him.
Great guy, man. Great guy.
Yeah, he was a great guy. And the whole story with Michael's brother wearing the wire on his own father.
Don't worry, I got a special coming up about Michael's brother very soon. I've been working on that.
He's an ex-addict who's now, he helps a lot of addicts, and now he's clean for a long time now, I heard, according to what Michael says. And I don't know. And then he helps a lot of the people. I don't know if that's true. I don't know nothing about his brother.
I don't believe anything his brother says. I think his father should kill that brother.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing. Yeah. I don't know if his father would have. I know he sanctioned Michael's hit. Michael found out that, they said your father signed off on it. But he had no choice. He was the underboss. If he would have not done that, he would have put himself to be killed. It's the life they live. I mean, that even Mike understood that, but it's the life they choose. It don't matter if you're a father, son. If you take that oath, you live by their rules,
You gotta live it to the door, man.
the
And
door,
that's
man,
like
that's-
when I was a young kid rolling around with the gang, I was willing to take it to the door.
Of course.
And even though they betrayed me the way they did,
right,
it doesn't give me the right to do that to them.
I'll tell you, what saved me, Bill, I need to be dead or in prison the rest of my life. I got lucky. I lived 4 blocks from Wrigley Field, and I got to be a major league bat boy at Wrigley Field when I was 13 years old, till I was 18. It saved my life. I had my first kid when I was 17. I was a young father, and then it just took me off the streets. It gave me stability and gave me a love that I was missing from my home. And I got to make my own money, and it kept me to go through school. And I wasn't the best at school. I didn't get the best grades, but I had to mature. I was going to be a father, but it changed me. So I wound up leaving the job at Wrigley and worked in the minor leagues the next 25 years, which I got to do what I love, baseball. I didn't make a lot of money, but
I used to be obsessed with baseball when I was real young, man.
I heard you talk about it, I think, a little bit, that you played pretty good, didn't you, back in the day?
No, I was a terrible player. I got hit twice. I got 2 hits, man. I got hit with the ball, right? And then I went to first base and I was leading. They throw the ball at first, I get hit again. Those are my 2 hits in baseball.
Trying to pick you off. That's
I was a shitty player, man. I wanted to be a good player, but I just wasn't. I just didn't have it in me.
How did you make the connections with some of the movie stars that play gangsters? How did that come about?
Just reaching out, man. Just like, if you
just-
want to, you can do anything you put your mind to.
Of
Like,
course.
there's nothing. Leave me. Oh shit! I can't leave this one the fuck alone. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Go ahead. So we're talking about Bill Staxx. This guy. I mean, this guy's amazing, and he does call out these mobsters, especially if he sees them lying. And most of them are coming out of the program. They're rats, and you hear firsthand the people he don't like. He told me that I was just telling him what you were telling me earlier about how you seek these rats out that lie and that
Mr. Bill Staxx is a liar and a fraud. Thank you, Mr. Chow. I appreciate that. I don't know what I lie about. I keep it real as much as possible.
Exactly.
Maybe come on the chopping block.
I mean, he brings the people right on the people themselves, man, and calls them out, and you unfoil it. I like when you did the Gene Burrell thing and then fucking A-Light thing. I was laughing my ass because I see nothing but fakeness in them guys.
Don't worry, there's more coming.
There's
more coming. I'll do it for you, Mr. Chow. Just for you, buddy.
And to be 30 miles down the road from Burrell and him trying to charge me $300, and I know he's a fraud. And I'm just gonna be humble. I'm not gonna say shit because I already know I already got the fucking list on his ass. And but he just continues to ride that coattail. He was the big fucking. He was the button man.
The button.
It just cracks me up, man, with this guy, man.
He wasn't buttoning nothing. But I gotta go, man. I appreciate you.
Hey,
we'll do a part 2 soon, and I'll explain some more.
Give your plugs, man. Tell everybody you can find you, Bill Staxx.
Definitely. You guys can find me at Chatting with Staxx. It's ChattinWithStaxx. Or you can find me on the YouTube channel called Reformed. Well, when you look at Joey C, you can tell he's a rap. Bill looks the same. Well, fuck you very much, Mr. Chow. I appreciate that.
I never ran anybody in my life. Hey, Bill, thank you, brother. I'll call you. Keep in touch. Text me.
Definitely. Right, call me. And Mr. Chow, the next one's for you. I'll do it in memory of you, all right?
Everybody, Bill Staxx. Thank you, Bill.
Take
care, brother. Later, brother. That was Bill Staxx. He took 2 hours time with me. He's a great guy. He's done it all. He went from a little tyke being a gangbanger to prison to getting out struggling to become clean, helping people now. Built up a great podcast, and he's not afraid. He goes after these guys. He don't care. He gets his life threatened every day, and it's like anything else. So I'm gonna take about a half an hour break. I don't know if Stutter and John's on. Maybe 15-minute break, and I'm gonna come back on. What's up, DG? You missed the interview with Chatting with Staxx, my boy. The Mafia podcast that he went from gangbanger to prison to coming out to being an addict to being clean to one of the biggest. He calls out all the rats. He has all the Mafia rats on and all the guys that play Mafia guys in the movies. He's interviewed. he gets them all. He's got a way of getting them. So that's what you missed, buddy. Thank you, Lucky Leo. So I'm going to get 15-minute break to eat something, and I'm going to keep my word because it seems like when I talk about Stuttering John, I got 145 people in my fucking chat room. And since John wants to talk shit about me, I'm going to snipe his ass and talk about his fat ass, okay? And we're going to see because I don't take shit from nobody. I don't care if he's Stuttering John. He wants to put a contract on me and kill me. He can do whatever he wants. But he's going to get me up his ass every fucking day until he apologizes. He ain't making a fucking punk out of me like he tried to. So that's it. We'll be back in 15 minutes with the snipe of Stuttering John. We'll see you then. See you guys later. Bye. Thank you. All right.